We're here on day 4 of Leap. I'm absolutely delighted to be joined by Ahmad Halabi. He's the Managing Director of Resecurity. He was also featured on the front cover of February's edition of Security Advisor Middle East. Ahmad, always a pleasure to get to speak to you. You look very fresh for day 4 of Leap, so well done. You've managed the battle of fatigue very well. But look, obviously for our viewers who aren't at Leap, who haven't had an opportunity to see Resecurity and have a look at your stand, what is the sort of message you're trying to project as a company here at Leap, and what role are Resecurity looking to play to sort of also secure all the infrastructure that's needed for the business transformation that's underway here in Saudi Arabia?
First of all, pleasure meeting you, Mark. We're delightful and honored to be at Leap exhibiting here, introducing the idea of cybersecurity awareness, the sophisticated attacks happening with the evolving of threats, especially AI.
Yeah.
So we're kind of showcase our technologies and awareing audience about how they can mitigate themselves against these cyber attacks.
Yeah. No, and you spoke about AI, and a lot of cybersecurity professionals like yourself have said nobody's really got the upper hand in terms of the new AI tools that have come, the threat actors that are using it for obviously for negative means, and then the rest of us who are trying to use it for positive business outcomes. In terms of that evolving threat landscape, it is very difficult for people and organizations to always be one step ahead of the curve. But what advice as a security professional do you try and give your customers, your clients? Is it just really important to stay agile, or what sort of is the best practices that they should adopt to order to sort of mitigate those risks, as you say?
Yeah, well, it's all about understanding what cybersecurity is, and
so there's education element.
Exactly, education, because you may have all the technologies, all the tools, all the softwares, and still getting compromised or having some attacks from cyber criminals.
Of course.
So it's always trying to stay ahead, one step ahead, the criminals, the cyber criminals, and making sure that we understand their tactics, moves, so we can, combat them in a very professional way. Because like we're using AI to mitigate and secure ourselves, they're also using AI, of course, to cyber attacks.
Exactly. So as you say, it's not a case of just throwing loads of money at it and hoping the problem will go away. As you say, there needs to be methodology behind your thinking and of course a lot of education, but that can be obviously difficult as well, because that takes time. So how do you manage the expectations of clients as well? Is that a challenge with the education part?
Right.
Someone might say, look, here's this amount of money, fix the problem for me, but it's you say it's not as black and white as that, is it?
No, it's not. I mean, what we try to do is we try to educate the end user and our, let's say, partners and customers about the topic versus selling them something.
Yes.
So we want to make sure that our customers understand what we deliver and collaborate with us in addressing the challenges. So whenever they have understanding about what we sell, the topic, so they will collaborate with us better in order to combat these criminals.
Yeah.
So we try to be an extension to their team, of course, versus just giving them a product or a service.
I get you. So it's more like you're a partner, really. It's not just, you're not just giving them a technology and say, okay guys, see you next year. Exactly. It's like we're a consultant, we'll help you every step of the way, and that's obviously a key differentiator for you in the marketplace. Another key differentiator for Resecurity, from reading about the company, from speaking to customers of yours who speak very highly of you, is your ability to sort of understand those threats, especially the dark web and things like that. Can you give our viewers an overview of just how, much of a threat landscape that is, that dark web, and how many threats actually emerge from that space? And it's very unknown, obviously, as well. Can you give us a better overview of that threat landscape?
Sure. So, threat actors now trying to use the advanced technologies emerging, such as AI, and they're trying to weaponize AI for their own benefit.
Yes, of course.
So what they're trying to do, for example, is launching new techniques in fraud campaigns, launching new AI chatbots, trying to leverage even LLMs and machine learnings and AI to kind of fish the users and convince them about these threats like being legitimate.
Yeah.
So we're trying to first educate
Yeah.
and then kind of beat these new recent technologies that threat actors use
Yeah.
by putting these mechanisms in our product services and human assets to make sure that anything emerging on dark web, we're technically checking it properly, analyzing it, and understanding how it emerges and how to mitigate from it.
Yeah. No, look, another brilliant answer. Ahmad, I don't want to keep you much longer, but obviously, Resecurity have had a lot of success, as I mentioned earlier in the interview. You operate in a very competitive market, cybersecurity. You can see it here at Leap. So many market players in cybersecurity, all sort of promising the same thing. We can protect your data, we can protect your assets. As I said, you've had success. What is it that is it enabling you to have that success in such a competitive market? And ultimately, what do you think it is that differentiates you slightly from your competition? I know it's not always easy to pick one thing. It's probably a combination of things, but what would you say is the reason behind your success?
So it's all about understanding the customer needs.
So listening to the customer, listening is important.
Exactly. And trying to identify his business problems, pitch it in a way where you utilize your products and services to solve this need. I mean, if they have problems and we just sell them product and it doesn't solve their challenges, it's useless.
It's a waste of time, yeah.
And the second thing is, because we're tech people, all of our team members are purely technical people.
Yeah.
So we keep evolving and we keep understanding the challenges of the markets and trying to address these challenges immediately.
Yeah.
In a real-time matter, because you saw how threat landscape is evolving. So we try to stay,
You're being agile.
right.
Yeah.
So having technical people understanding the customer needs will form a unique selling point that will deliver the the product services in a solving challenge way.
Yeah, no, it's a great answer. As you say, you can't just have the technical people focusing on the technology. They've got to intrinsically understand the problem of the customer, and then, as you say,
that's why, as you said, the agile thing, keeping your product services dynamic.
Of course.
So avoid selling something static.
Yeah.
Each region, each country, each sector has different needs, different challenges.
Yeah.
So we try to design our products in a way that we have the data, but at the same time we can direct the data to solve these challenges and problems. But
I think it also sounds like you're challenging your own team as well to educate themselves on what's happening in the market. So I think that works really well. Look, final question. We're obviously here at Leap. It's my third time here. Seems to get bigger every single year, but in terms of the value it drives for Resecurity, how important is this event now? You think of GITEX obviously in Dubai. Leap is definitely up there now as a really tech conference that you've got to be at. So what's the value for you? Is it learning about other technologies that's out there, or is it just a case of trying to win new business and promote the message of Resecurity across the kingdom? Yeah, so every event has its own unique selling point. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So with Leap, for us, it's important to be here just to, tell the audience about the importance of cybersecurity, especially importance of being aware, about threats happening. You can build amazing technology, but within one click from a threat actor can be down because of the weaknesses or vulnerabilities or threats involved in it. So we try to, bring first the awareness section, and then try to show the audience about the importance of cybersecurity and the threat intelligence and how they can mitigate themselves using this, technologies.
Yeah. No, look, Ahmad, we'll wrap up there. Always a pleasure to speak to you. It's always very enlightening and educational for me as well, and obviously educating your end users is a key part of your success. But that's it there for day 4 of Leap with Ahmad Halabi. If you haven't seen his interview as well, check toweltech.com. He's on the front cover of Security Advisor Middle East. It's a great read, so I recommend you check it out. Ahmad, enjoy the rest of Leap.
Pleasure, Mark. Thank you.